I'm running the show here, dude.
You're running the intro show?
Hi, I'm Wendy, and this is...
Chris.
And this is the Toasted Marshmallow Adventures Studio Podcast. Is that right? Hey guys, I'm Wendy. And this is... Are you serious? These are outtakes, dude, because you're fucking shit up. Like, it almost seems intentional. Hey guys, I'm Wendy.
And I'm Chris.
And we're with the Toasted Marshmallow Adventures.
We're with him?
I mean, what are we?
I think we are them.
Okay. No, you start it and I'll run it.
Jeez.
I feel like it's already started, but all right. In 3, 2. Where's my favorite sound? Hey guys, brand new podcast. Are you with me, Chris Adams?
Yeah.
Chris and I are in the studio. We just podcast with
Hailee
Lenhart-Wees. Yes, it was so awesome. Yeah. She is really fun, really cool. We first learned about her on Comic of the Month on Lounge at the End of the Universe's Facebook page.
Yeah.
Through world famous comedian Nate Ford.
Yeah.
So it was super awesome having her in studio.
Yeah.
And she is really cool. And she has big dreams and big plans. And
awesome.
She wants you to love comedy the way we all do.
Yeah, she's producing. She's putting out
She is doing stuff.
And, just
Even, bringing
comedy to the area.
Yeah, after Liquid left, and she wants to get a place going, and she's just really awesome and super motivated. She's what? Is she 24?
I thought, did she say 28? Anyways, watch the podcast. You'll find out.
Yeah, we can't remember. She's young anyway.
Yeah.
To have these big dreams that she's actually fulfilling, and it's super motivating. And if you want to contribute, there are ways to contribute to help out Hailee Lenhart-Wees.
Yeah.
Start comedy in Boise.
Yeah.
Get it. Bring it back.
I'll follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
We'll put her down at the bottom of the screen here.
Go to the shows. Go to the shows in Boise. There's stuff going on at the Mad Swede.
Yeah, what'd she invite us to this Friday?
It was a show, 9 p.m. show Saturday.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
cool.
there. Yeah, it'll be awesome.
We will Uber. Anyway, it was really cool talking to her because we've seen her on Comic of the Month during the pandemic when my life was a little bit imploding. Chris was staying, you were maintaining because your job didn't change or anything.
Yeah, it didn't really.
But I had like nothing going on for a while. And so like every Wednesday, Comic of the Month came on and we would sit outside on the patio and watch that. And it was like, I looked forward to it. So to meet her, because it was obvious that was quite a job to like run a live stream Comic of the Month show. I mean, they were dealing with like some glitches with the, system, and so they'd kind of go offline sometimes. And I felt like she handled it really well.
Yeah. I mean, at the time,
that's a tough hosting job.
Well, no one knew what was going on.
No.
Or what to do, or how to keep doing.
How to continue to work
without an audience.
Yeah. Yeah, so we would pay our money.
Audience there.
And like push the laugh button or push the heart button or say something on the live stream to try and support, but it's really hard. You don't have your hands to clap and they can't hear you laughing. So but we want comedy in Boise. I feel like that's a main theme of ours. Like we're a big enough city.
Yeah, really. We're like we're kind of like 3 cities.
Yeah, we need to all combine and support comedy because we need a club.
Boise, Meridian, Nampa, Caldwell.
Yeah.
And it's 4.
Notice. I used to live in Notice.
Is Notice a city?
I think it's at least a town. Now, come on.
Us. I mean, everything's a town.
Well, not everything. Some places are villages.
I mean,
just saying.
Yeah, but a village isn't even a town.
Let's see the coaster that Hailee had because she thought it was funny.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she laughed prior to. She said, "Sorry, I misunderstood." Oh God, sorry, I misunderstood you. But in my defense, I wasn't listening. It's really good to have in a podcast studio. Yeah, I said, "Yeah, we went to a really funny store and had to buy all this shit."
Yeah.
So this was a really fun interview.
Yeah, it was.
And
really
we have several interviews coming up. On Friday, we are meeting with Ashton Bruce.
Ashton Bruce, who is
Full-blown adulting podcast.
Full-blown adulting podcast.
Say that fast 5 times.
Yeah, we've got a podcast with him this Friday, and then next week we have a couple more comedians that are going to be here for the Idaho Comedy Fest. We've got Tim McLaughlin and Christine Meehenberg.
Woo!
So
from New York.
We're zooming. Some East Coast comics.
Zoom.
Yeah. Zoom.
And they're going to be here for the Idaho 208 Idaho Comedy Fest.
Idaho Comedy Fest, yeah.
So it's not the 208.
That's a different one.
Oh, okay.
I believe, yeah.
Idaho Comedy Fest.
Yeah. So.
All right. Which is really cool. We need comics to come to Boise.
Yeah, definitely. So.
We're all jonesing.
So cool. And we got something coming up this Friday. Well, this will probably be out after that with Lounge at the End of the Universe. And
they asked us to podcast from there.
Yeah, right? So that's
Nate did.
Pretty effing cool. Yeah.
I don't know how that went down.
So yeah, we're still working out the details, but yeah.
We're going to go to the Lounge at the End of the Universe.
Yeah.
And podcast with the directors,
the owner, I think, of the Lounge at the End of the Universe, and the owner of
Idaho Comedy Fest.
Owner of New York Stand Up or something like that.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's pretty fucking cool.
When do we panic? Should I panic now?
Like,
I'll panic
get it
later.
out now. No, get it out like right after we turn the camera off. Get it out.
But because we have to start coming up with questions. We need to find questions. What questions do we have?
I think we need to find out who the person from Stand Up New York is and go look at their shit.
And we need to find out a lot more about these Stand Up New York and the Comedy Fest. How they started, what the dealio is.
Yeah. There's a story behind that. Yeah, that's pretty effing cool.
Yeah. Thank you, Nate Ford.
Yeah, thanks for
If you don't know Nate, follow him. He's usually under Comic Nate Ford, world famous Comic Nate Ford.
Yeah, check
He's
him
an
out.
awesome comedian, travels around the country. And he's been on our podcast a couple times. He also goes on another podcast. I cannot remember the name right now.
Off the Rails.
Yeah, Off the Rails. He's on there a lot. He's a really cool dude. Based out of Boise, Idaho. I think he started in Wisconsin, but sorry, I'm rambling. You're looking at your phone.
I'm just seeing what time our DoorDash orders get.
Oh, yeah. We just ordered omelets from Denny's. And you know what pissed me off? These things, what did it come to? $45.
View receipt. Okay, let's take a look.
These omelets were $13 a piece.
$39.91.
Denny's.
I think that's before the tip.
This is not gourmet.
No. So there you go.
This is greasy spoon shit, and it's highway robbery. Chris.
It definitely is.
That was bullshit.
All right, let's get out of here.
No, I want to say something personal.
To respond to.
I got personal shit to talk about. Let's talk about people like this. Let's talk about one thing that you did today and one thing I did today.
Oh, that.
And then one grateful thing and then one grateful thing. Okay, go. And go. And go.
Oh, okay. One what?
One thing you did today.
A thing I did today. I did a number of things.
What were one of the things you did today? Tell the people. Tell your fans, Chris Adams.
I went and visited your mom today.
Oh, that was my answer.
Oh, okay. I can't use that one. Well, other than that, I kind of got this whole podcasting room set up and ready for the podcast tonight.
Nice. Specifically, what'd you do? Oh, you cleaned shit up.
Yeah, I got it all
You got the
organized.
You also had
did the whole camera setup, tested a multi-camera thing, but that wasn't working out.
You also had this going. Oh, you still do.
Yeah.
With us up there.
Yeah, so that it's a lot easier to see than in the small screen that's on the video camera. Yeah. What'd you do?
All right. Oh, I went and visited my mom at an assisted living place, and it was really awesome. She was in a good space. She was actually out with the other residents, probably 7 of them. No yawning. Chilling, listening to music, which is awesome because to me it means she's integrating well. Mm-hmm. And on her own, she walked back to her quote unquote apartment and like came in. I hugged her, and then she just started talking and goofing around. And when I helped her, well, she got up on her own from the chair, and then when I told her it was like time for supper, I say dinner, but she says supper, so around her I say supper. It's hard. If you're not used to saying supper, supper's hard. Anyway, I told her it was time for supper, and
we're still going.
Yeah, she hugged me, and she said, "I love you so much, honey."
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, it melted my heart. Yeah. So that was really a good, nice. And she was in a great mood. She was talking to her bunny, talking about her cat. These are all stuffed animals in the room, but it was good. She was chatty, and so she was in a good space.
Cool.
And something I'm grateful for is, let's see. I don't know. I'm grateful for a lot of things. Oh, we lost Dipper this week. I didn't even say that.
Yeah. I'm grateful for that.
I'm grateful for the time with Duchess. We had a year and a half.
Yeah.
We adopted her when she was 13 and a half. Yeah. And I've never adopted a dog that old, and she gave us a year and a half that was unbelievable. We traveled so much with her.
Yeah.
And she was just perfect. I mean, we were in crazy hotel rooms, one with like this full-size hot tub where we put all these blankets down because it was hard floors and Duchess couldn't like get traction, so we just put blankets. And then we would like ski during the day, and we'd come back and she was fine and chilling and ready to hang out with us, and she was just the best dog for us.
Yeah, easy going.
And she was part pit bull and looked it, and but she was such an ambassador for that species.
Yeah, she wasn't an aggressive
not at all
dog by any means.
No, she loved people. She would put her happy ears back and just like stand there and be like, "Want to pet me?"
Yeah.
So
we had to let him make paws. No.
Oh yeah, God, I don't want to. She's kind of like a little famous,
kind of at the shelter we got her from.
Yeah.
And in that area a little bit.
Like if Duchess were to show up at places, people that know her would be like, "Oh my God, Duchess."
Yeah, she has fans.
Yeah. It's kind of like because she's old and she was at the shelter for a while, and like who's going to adopt a 13-and-a-half-year-old dog that has like, she had arthritis, and I mean, she walked like a seriously old grandma.
Yeah.
And she would like...
I mean, when we first got her, though, she was still pretty spry.
She was spunky, but still... I mean, she stops at like every flower. Yeah, her ears. Tell him.
All right, let's get out of here.
No, tell him about her ears.
Oh, super expressive. Boop.
Yeah. Boop, boop. But people that are listening only cannot see what you're doing. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Go to YouTube, search Toasted Marshmallow Adventures, and you will find us.
Yeah, seriously, guys, we were talking about that. Like, if you're just listening, that's awesome, and we're super grateful, and please continue and tell your friends and all that. But, like, and also...
Yeah, you could watch us.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, if you want.
I mean, you might be tired of what Chris and I look like, but we're having guests, guys. Look at our guests.
Yeah, we're bringing guests in.
Yeah.
Well, we just had our first...
in studio, but we've been doing Zooms, so might as well go over to Toasted Marshmallow Adventures on YouTube and click subscribe. Yeah. If you want to see our stories and stuff we post on Instagram, we're at Toasted Marshmallow Adventures 1. We're also on Facebook at Toasted Marshmallow Adventures, and not to be super annoying, we have a website called toastedmarshmallowadventures.com.
Yeah, and email us at gettoasted@toastedmarshmallowadventures.com. All right, let's get out of here. This is a long-ass intro.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to have to edit some of this shit.
No, don't. Leave it. This is perfect. People love this shit. Are you serious?
Rambling.
No, they love it.
We'll see.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for listening.
Right,
I hope you enjoy this. We did. Haley's awesome. Go follow her. Go to some comic comedian. Go to some
comedy shows
in your area. Go see the open mics. Do it. You want to keep it. Do it.
All right, where's our DoorDash?
I don't know. Peace out.
It's fine. I've stopped caring about my appearance for
so
many years in college. I think people called me Butch, but I used to work with the lounge at the Universe, like exclusively during the pandemic, and we did a lot of live streaming and such stuff. Fingers crossed, we just stay in the pandemic, hunkered home for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Then I could really make a thing out of it.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe in 50 years when everyone's used to being on the internet.
Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Wendy.
And welcome to the Toasted Marshmallow Adventures Podcast.
Woo!
All right, tonight in the studio, actually our first ever studio guest in this room.
Yeah.
So special.
Yeah, she is a stand-up comedian, a producer, and founder of Blue City Comedy. It is Hailee Lenhart-Wees.
Woo!
Yes.
Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys for having me. This is so
awesome.
exciting. I'm like fully vaxxed. I'm like, let me breathe on you.
Yay!
Cool. So you've had both shots.
I've had both shots in 2 weeks in prior, and
wow.
Come kiss me, baby.
On.
And you had no side effects from the shots?
Well, I wouldn't say that, because I did drink heavily the first night of my shot, so I can't. I don't
Which
know.
is recommended,
I don't
right?
know if that we know. It was so funny. My brother called me. He's like, Hailee, don't drink before you get these shots. I was like, thank you. You know I'm the alcoholic. So good. Don't drink. Mistake for the first shot. I was like really messed up for like the day after. But then I got the second shot and I was kind of like, I felt ill-ish, but I think the hangover really
that just pushed
helped
you on
it.
Wow.
Helped it with there. So don't drink and take shots. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're taking shots, separate your shots, people.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, there have been people that have been having crazy reactions, some to the shot. Mm-hmm. So people that have.
We actually ended up getting COVID.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did you ever have it?
Not that I've known.
I think you
got tested a couple
times.
times. I worked in the service industry the entire time, so we were very, very aware of it, and taking very good precautions and stuff.
Yeah.
Mask is where I have a mask everywhere I go.
I know.
So,
Just how it is now.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, like, as a server in the service industry, I don't mind the masks because you can say so much shit about it. You're like, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're an asshole, fuck you.
Yeah.
I think I'm smiling, but I'm
Do
not.
I look really nice right now? Because I am saying so much shit right now.
Yeah.
Also,
I
figured out.
I've loved it. Yeah, in some ways, as an introvert, for the most part,
Exactly.
I can hide behind the mask.
I know people don't think I'm an introvert, but like if I'm not on stage or like actively performing, I'm like, please don't talk to me.
Exactly.
Please do not talk to me.
Yeah.
That's how we are.
Yeah, and not the small talk stuff. It's like, oh my God, do we have to?
Yeah.
Like, that's enough.
I don't know about you guys, but like behind the mask, I do weird things with my lips. Like
I push it out.
Yeah, do this, or like I get like nervous, or like suck my bottom lip and then give myself a fat lip. So how's it going?
I don't know why I push it out, and I'm like, why am I doing that, Chris? I'm walking around like this so the mask doesn't touch me, I guess. But why are you doing the...
I get like nervous, and so like I don't know. I have such anxiety that all the time, like if I'm just like, okay, I'm at work. It's usually when I'm at work because I'm wearing the mask at work.
Yeah.
When like there's not enough people, so I can't stay busy. If I can stay busy, I'm not sucking my face.
Yeah. It's when you have downtime.
But when I have downtime and I'm like, I don't want to bug these customers again.
Well, yeah. I'm going to suck my lip.
Just going to suck my lip. Suck my lip, you know. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
So how does anxiety play into like going on stage?
Makes your timing better. And you're like, say now. No, I don't know. It's funny because like I was talking to a friend earlier about this today, and like your heart beats before you go on stage. Sometimes I feel like I'm very clear and like I'm going, I'm doing, I know what I'm doing, you know. And then I'm like, I also have the power, so I'm like, I have a lot of anxiety in like normal conversations because people, I don't know when to let people talk and when I should talk, and like just like that kind of interaction sometimes is hard. And so when you're on stage, you're like, it's me, guys. I make the rules. I set the tone. It's my, you know. And you don't have anyone challenging you, where it's like, I don't know, growing up as a person, human, woman, I've had a lot of men like talk over me, or just like more opinionated people. So like, if you want your voice heard, you have to like really make it heard, and you're like, I don't know if my opinion's that worthy to be heard right now. So it can make you a quiet person is what anxiety can do, and I'm trying to not let it make me quiet.
That's good. Claim your space.
Right?
Set your boundaries. We're working on boundaries.
6 feet, motherfuckers.
Get away, Well, I don't really have anxiety, but doing this, being introverts, I mean, this is the most we talk.
In our whole life, really.
And really the most we've ever let anyone know about us.
Yeah, we're so private that people find us really standoffish, and we're like, no, we totally love you. We just like don't want anything to do with you.
We're the cool aunt and uncle that sends postcards, but
we'll send you cash, but see ya.
Hang out for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then you go home.
You guys started this 3 years ago? And what made you like, you know what? Podcast time.
Because we were super into podcasts, I think.
Listening to them. We were listening to all I've always been a fan of stand-up comedy, and I would listen to like Rogan. You introduced me to podcasts.
Well, I started listening to Serial. Have you listened to that? Oh my God.
No, I've heard. Is it Serial Killer podcast?
No. I'm so sorry. This one's through NPR, and it's about Agnes. I'm totally butchering it, but it's a kid that may or may not have killed his girlfriend, and he's in prison right now. So it was really good. And so we started. Then I was like, oh my gosh, you can, because I have been somebody that never believed cell phones were going to be a thing. So like, I was like,
the internet's just a fad.
No, this is not going to last. Come on. So I was like, I can actually listen to a podcast on my cell phone. And I clean houses for a living. So it was like magic.
Oh, that's amazing. I cleaned houses for quite a few years.
So it's in my back pocket all day listening to podcasts.
So you got me in. I was a stand-up comedy fan, but you got me into podcasts. And that's when I was finding like, a bunch of comedians that I like that had podcasts and stuff. And so after we were really getting into listening to a lot of them, comedy and like true crime, and one day I was like, we should do a podcast. And
it wasn't a good idea for me at the time.
She goes,
like 6 months later,
what
it
would
was
we talk
my
about?
idea.
No one would want to listen to us, I know. So she shot it.
Even saying
she shot it down. Is
this recording?
We're doing one right now. And so she shot it down, and like 6 months later she comes up and she's like, we should do a podcast.
I made it my idea.
It was her idea at that point.
It's like,
and then that's where it jumped off from there.
Love love that.
Yeah.
And how frequently do you guys do them? Like
Weekly.
That's awesome.
Well,
If we
that's
don't
our
have
goal.
a guest, if we don't have a guest, we do a ramblings where we just sit in here and ramble
Yeah,
and talk
just
about
bullshit.
nothing. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like hardcore though. Like me trying to do anything like weekly.
I know,
I'm
it's
getting better.
Yeah.
Each year I get older. I'm like, okay, do you want to waste your life?
we're like, are you in it? Yeah. If you're gonna go for it, just go for it. Yeah.
Well, it's like having another job.
Yeah, it really is.
With all the promotion and stuff.
Yeah.
But I love that.
It's
Like,
so
you're like
fun.
you named your podcast after adventures that you do. It's like it's just like encouraging you to go live life.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's really actually a joke how our name came about. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
We're on a ski trip.
we were coming back from Grand Targhee in Wyoming, and
Well, we had accidentally stayed at somebody's house. We didn't realize it was like an in-home thing.
yeah, this actually started out as like an Airbnb type of thing.
That's what we thought.
I love
And then
Airbnb.
she's like, I just ran and got some milk for you when we couldn't find where she lived. And we're like,
Yeah, I booked.
why
this
are you
place.
buying us milk?
Yeah,
Because it was in their home.
yeah, we were renting a room upstairs in their house, and yeah, she was running to the store to grab us some milk.
Yeah. So on the way back from that trip. Oh, because she had talked about something.
Well, we had started planning renting out this room over here to guests, and we just hadn't finalized it. And so, anyways, on Booking.com where we listed it, we didn't go with Airbnb. You have to come up with a name, and they say at any point it's easy to change the name. Well, it wasn't as easy
true.
as they said. And as a joke, I forget how it came about. I said, well, let's call it the Toasted Marshmallow. And
Then we tried to change it later.
it wasn't as easy as they said. So we were
And then
called
we
the
fell in love
Toasted
with it.
Marshmallow.
So-
And guests would come, rent our room, and tell us how much they liked the name. And then from that became Toasted Marshmallow Adventures, which was just some videos on YouTube, and then Toasted Marshmallow Adventures Podcast.
I love that.
That's the story. Yeah. Short story long.
Short story long.
Yeah.
Just like take it and go with it.
Yeah, exactly. So let's get into how we know you, which is
Comic of the month.
yeah, that's
Saved
where
us.
we first saw you.
Yeah.
You know, I think I've seen your name around prior to that because we've had Nate Ford on. We've had like,
But we actually saw you, experienced you.
On Comic.
Yeah.
The live streaming. At
Yeah.
the lounge.
Yeah, that
It
was the
actually
first time.
saved our bacon a couple times when we were really down in the pandemic, and we had that to look forward to, honestly, because I wasn't working, and so thank you.
Well, that makes
it
me
was the
so
thing.
happy.
Yeah,
Thank
it was
you.
like,
Huge.
oh, well, I think it was
We're
Wednesday
excited,
nights, wasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah, Wednesday nights going to be Comic of the Month. And we paid our money,
Yep.
too. We paid the $10,
Yep.
I think it was at the time. 'Cause-
Yeah, it's like if you want to watch, please donate.
Yeah, I know.
I
And
know.
people did, and that was amazing. And like,
Yeah.
you know, it made comedians have something to look forward
Yeah.
to too, because I mean, I think we got news that Liquid was done, you know,
Yeah.
and that's kind of shattering because we had like a really good functioning scene
Yeah.
in Boise, Idaho, and
It's a great
Yeah.
place.
actually starting to collaborate with other scenes like Portland and Denver and Seattle, and then it just, you know, all gone in a minute.
Yeah.
And so like Comic of the Month was really fun, even though it was live streaming and people were like, nobody's gonna listen to that. Nobody
We
wants to
did on
hear
the
it.
patio.
And I'm like, most people don't want to listen to that. There are some.
yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
you know, and then you get that going. And then I met a lot of awesome comedians from like around the world
Oh, cool.
with bringing in that kind of weird competition. And
Yeah.
it wasn't perfect. It wasn't
Yeah.
great all the time. It was
Yeah.
kind of hard, but like
Yeah.
I remember
felt like you made it work.
watching it and being like, there were some really creative people out there who were like, I'm taking my space and this is my space, and then
Yeah.
you saw some comedians where like, this isn't the normal stand-up. This is not working.
Yeah.
And like, you're gonna have to learn some diversity.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes.
And it was just an interesting challenge. And I mean, a lot of people were like, let's just forget about it. I'm like, but that is more of where we're going, you know,
Yeah.
honestly, in the world. So
Yeah.
like, to be afraid of live streaming is, I don't know. Like, I think if clubs like, I don't know, the Comedy Store adopted live streaming,
That'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
I think they would make some bank off that because
yes.
you're like, yeah,
I'd
you
watch
can't
it.
be, you can't see that person in person, and it would make the in-person tickets like even more, I think, and then the online streaming tickets, you're like, you want to see this person? $15 on like a big name, and you're like, to kind of feel in the audience, and like if you had, you know, speakers in the audience so you could hear the laughter and be a part of that experience, and like have multiple angle shots, like they're filming a special, but it's all live.
Yeah.
That would be an incredible experience, and I think that is what's next, you know?
That would, because I think they were live. They did some live streaming
Well,
towards
they used
the
to
end.
do Kill Tony live.
Yeah, but I mean, in the pandemic, I felt like towards the end they started something, and then now that it's open officially, I think this week or last, I don't think they've done any, but that would be amazing. I would pay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
just be like, who's on the lineup?
I mean, I don't know. Being in Boise, Idaho, I'm like, I want to go, but I am so poor.
Yeah.
But you've been to the Comedy
We
Store,
saw
right?
I have been to the comedy store.
We've been there too.
It's
I love
amazing.
it. Yeah, I went into the belly room and
Oh my
watched
gosh.
lovely. Like, I just kind of stopped in for a little quick visit because my brother was going to school at the time
Yeah.
over there, and then got to perform in LA just a little bit, and that was just like, itching the bug, and like 2020 sucked because I had so many plans and things went wrong. But so many things went wrong. But
Now,
we're
did you
back.
get to perform at the Comedy Store, or you just went for a show? Okay.
No, I just went for a show.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hopefully, I mean, back then they were doing some shows every Thursday that I was like thinking about applying to, and you know, and like I had just gotten. In 2020, I had just performed for Chris Kattan at Liquid Laughs.
We saw that.
Yeah, and that was awesome. And like that kind of was opening some doors. And I'd run the Liquid
cool.
Laughs comedy open mic for like 9 months, and people were like, "You're doing
You were
well.
gaining
Keep
momentum."
going." And then I don't know, I'm getting my legs back a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting my legs back. I'm not saying that I'm all there, but I'm also coming back strong. I have ideas on.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't think you're alone in that feeling.
Yeah.
At least all the podcasts I'm listening to, when they go out on stage, they're like, I've done this for 20 years and I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I think you just got to get I did, and I'm not a comic. You know, it just kind of gets your like, okay, this is what we're doing.
And let's go again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I
Restart.
really took a crash, and then I'm like, okay, I got some
Yeah.
bruises.
You
Gotta
got this.
Walk it off.
Yes.
Now, have you been writing during the pandemic?
A little bit. I've had a hard year in the pandemic, so I kind of had to do some family stuff and family issues, and but I've helped produce stuff in the pandemic.
Oh, cool.
I mean, that's not writing, but I've made other people write.
Good.
No, that's terrible. I need to write more, but all I can do is like, I've written a lot of really dark jokes, and I'm honestly thinking about starting up not like just like a one-off show called Stand Up Tragedy, and have a lot of dark humor based sets, because there's a lot of comedians who had a lot of loss this year, and I was like, let's get you all on a show.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then being like,
Just
you guys
get it
like
out.
really depressing stuff, but also helping you get through it, because I mean, I know it's not therapy, but however, like, if you've ever laughed at a dark joke, if you're like in a dark time, it almost makes you feel better. Like, I'm not alone, that I feel completely and utterly, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Fucked.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we've had a lot of shit. And we totally understand. Yeah, and then you add the pandemic on top of it, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me?
No,
like, this is like, I didn't have enough.
Personal experiences that are hard, are even harder with COVID.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been insane for us too.
Yeah. So we are grateful for 2021, and things are looking up.
That's me too. I'm like, I know there's a lot of people who are still like super sad and broken from this year, and not that I'm not. I'm so broken. But that being said, I'm like, I really want to live. I want to smile and have a good time and talk to people, and as long as I can, you know.
Yes. And maybe use that in your comedy, and
I'm bringing some stuff back. Actually, I've had a really fun week this last week.
Good.
I had some new material, you know.
And it worked?
It worked. It's good stuff. I would tell you now.
No.
You got to come to a show, guys.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, don't get it for free.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. We have to make it down to the Mad Swede and Lounge at the Land. We haven't been to either one of them yet. We're going to the open mics at the Crescent here in Nampa right before the pandemic.
Yeah,
we're going to those like every week for a couple months. Yeah, and then COVID hit.
Really cool because we could Uber there and back, and it wasn't a fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I need to actually look at some scenes in Nampa and try to get a thing.
We're trying in Nampa.
I know.
Nampa and Caldwell needs comedy. I don't know if there's enough
Blue City
people.
Comedy is like working on a website, and once we have that, it'd be
Okay,
easier
tell us
to,
about Blue City Comedy.
Oh, well, it's
You're the founder.
I am. I'm a kind of person who's like, oh, there's not something running, I need to run that.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, it can go both ways. you know.
Not easy.
Not easy. Yeah. So I was mostly a performer my whole life. Started in theater and then figured out like, oh, there's some roles that aren't that progressive. I want to say what I want to say, and that's kind of what pushed me into stand up, and I've been doing that for 5 years. But like for producing comedy, I kind of went into, we had Liquid Laughs back in the day. And that was great, but there wasn't like a whole lot of opportunity for local comedians to get some actual real stage time.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what pushed me to work with a group that kind of is broke off to different things, the offices back in the day, starting to produce local shows that give comedians 10 minutes of time, 15, 20, so they can actually grow. You know? And Moondeck Clemenstein was one of the guys who gave me my first 20 minutes, and I felt like that was like the change in my career. I was like, somebody gave me 20 minutes of
Which is huge.
They think I can talk for 20 minutes and be entertaining and not have like dips of silence, and I killed it because like I developed multiple 3-minute sets and multiple 5-minute sets, and then I was like, here's an arc, and then he gave me that opportunity, and I was like, that was the best feeling. And so like I kind of started into comedy because I wanted more opportunities like that, and I wanted to make opportunities for other people like that. And so, I started the Blue City about 3 years ago, and officially got, LLC regulated and stuff January 2020, and then shit hit the fan.
Jeez.
But
so it's the point of Blue City.
It's a production company for artists working their craft. Sorry,
cool.
That's the main thing.
So what do you do exactly?
So mostly I produce comedy shows. So I have a couple spin-off shows. This is like the biggest I've ever been, is where I'm producing a weekly comedy show every Saturday night at the Mad Swede downtown, 9 p.m. shows. Sell tickets for that. It's like the regular headline feature.
In control of the whole?
Yeah, I'm in control of that. I started off with a really cool show, Comic of the Month.
Yes.
Which you guys heard about. Yeah. So I kind of took that show and changed it for the live streaming, but I used to be in the back of the brewery at Mad Swede Uptown. They've been really helpful. Mad Swede has helped the arts in so many ways, not just comedy, but with theater, they've helped out like Homegrown and the Boise Bard players.
And
and music. They're so supportive of the arts. It's amazing. Awesome. But I started the Comic of the Month over there, and that was like a once a month show where you have like 5 comics compete for $100, and you have judges and the host, and it's really fun. You didn't get to see the judges on there, but like the judges make it. It's a really fun show, and we do that every last Saturday of the month downtown at Mad Swede, and
live.
That's really fun, and they walk away with $100, and they get a decent set recorded, and
that's awesome.
Comics feedback, and it's fun. So
that's cool.
And then I run a lot of the open mics in town. Puppet master, being like, okay, we're doing a mic here. We're doing a mic here. Here's your host. Talk to your host about that.
You have to get a hold of the bar, or
so I mostly just, since the pandemic, I've just been running things with Mad Swede or the Lounge. That being said, like, I don't know if I'll venture out. I'm kind of still just a one-person. I do want to like start making enough money to like hire another producer / something else I need, but
assistant.
But I want to make sure they're paid, because I understand people's worth and their time, and I don't want to. I want to grow, but I want to grow appropriately. And
not go crazy.
Considerately,
Yeah.
So. if anyone out there is really good,
Likes to work for very little.
no, or knows how to make me money.
Or free,
But feels really good about it.
I know a fellow comedian of mine was like, I need an intern. I was like, yes and no.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Is this a paid internship?
That's
No,
rough.
but you'll meet so many contacts.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel good about that. So I'm like, I want to grow, but not too fast, and don't want to hurt anybody. And
Yeah.
I really try to make sure I pay my comics well and what's their worth and their time. And
Oh, that's good.
because I don't know, if we value the arts more, then people will respect the arts more. I'm like, people were paying $12 for a movie for each individual person,
Yeah.
and then they won't spend 15 on a live show.
I know.
It's a disrespect that I am not about.
Yeah.
Yeah. A year ago, Mark Normand at Wise Guys, the tickets were $15 each.
Yeah.
And I was like, we have got to message him and be like, you're worth way more, dude. So a year later, we paid, I think, $25.
That's
which-
good.
Yeah.
I'm charging 15 for downtown.
I feel
right
like
now,
he
Yeah.
was
so-
low
Exactly.
at 20. He has like 7 million views on his
Yeah.
YouTube thing.
Yeah.
So it's
No, I
like-
mean,
Well, and we even saw Ari Shafir's Storytellers at Wise Guys. I think those were also $15.
Wow.
And you got Ari Shafir, Sean Patton, Mark Norman, Bert Kreischer.
it was crazy.
yeah.
No,
15
and
bucks
that's
for
what
like
I'm saying.
sold.
I'm like, they need to raise their
and we would
prices.
pay more.
Because
Yeah.
like, then you don't come and support local comedians who are like, come to my show for $5. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care about, like, it's almost like a trick in the brain.
It's a
like,
mind
People
fuck.
won't
Yeah.
go see a $5 show, but like, you can't charge as much of that because they're like, it's not
Yeah.
that quality. You're like,
Right.
the quality needs to go up, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Just the respect for the art form, and actually
Yeah.
like the money it goes into is like bringing outside talent, and like
Yeah.
we have the Idaho Comedy Fest happening.
I know. We're so
We got some
excited.
comedians
Yeah.
lined up for interviews
Yeah,
already.
so
Yeah.
We're
that's coming
going.
to town, and like
Tell them when.
Oh, that's going to be May 22nd through
Yeah.
the 20th through the 22nd
Awesome.
at the lounge at the end of the universe, and like go buy your early bird tickets
Yes.
if they're still early
Yeah,
birds,
we're
or go get your,
going.
because like that's such a cool way, and that really helps our scene, and like
Yes.
just to
And
really makes
we want
Boise
them to come.
like Boise's now a travel destination,
Yeah.
and like if
Yeah, it's
we need
crazy.
entertainment for the people
Yes.
traveling and wanting to do something on a Friday, Saturday night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
how is that show going to go? It'll be just. Is
Are
it
you
different
involved in it?
stages?
I'm a little bit, yeah. I'm helping promote at my open mics a little bit. That's mostly Jen and Coral at the lounge running that, and with Stand Up New York,
right.
they're kind of collaborating with that.
Yeah.
I wanted help, but I can't take on as much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I only have so much to give.
Yeah.
But they're doing a killer job of. I think there's going to be 3 or 4 stages at the lounge, and the lounge is kind of an interesting thing. It's kind of tucked away in a little neighborhood. It's behind, like, it's on Vista and Overland, and it's right behind the Wells Fargo and that washing lady.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, if you turn, like, that's a good indicator that you're on the right path. If you
Okay,
go past a church, which is like good sign that comedy should be happening here.
Right. Perfect location.
And then you go to the Gem Center for the Arts, which is the whole building, and the lounge is a particular venue that hosts comedy there, and then they're gonna have they have a downstairs stage, maybe an upstairs stage, and then a
cool.
parking lot stage, or like they're gonna, it's gonna be cool. So
Yes.
Awesome.
they're bringing in a lot of comedians.
I feel like tickets
Yeah.
were reasonable too.
Next week
Very
we're-
It's like
reasonable.
$50 for a day or $140 for
all 3
three,
days.
something
Yeah,
like that.
It's
Not bad,
super
yeah.
reasonable,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
So
would
you can-
urge
all
people
that
to go get
comedy.
tickets
Definitely.
for that.
Yeah, next week we have 2 of the comedians. We're going to be interviewing them on Zoom.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Tim McLaughlin and Christine Meehenberg.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
so-
awesome. Yeah, see, you guys are doing
It's
good
very cool. Yeah. No, we really want comedy in Boise.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, we have enough people. People need to go out.
Yeah,
You guys
they
should
do.
message the lounge and Jen and be like, hey, you want us to do a podcast at there during the day?
That would be
That would
cool.
be awesome,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Very
that would
fun.
be really cool.
You could do like a speed dating. With all the comics. Be like, all right, you got 5 minutes. Impress us. Tell us about you. And then they move.
That'd be super cool.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be fun. We should actually look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be down.
Boom.
Hailee, the business idea person.
Boom, boom. She's back, baby.
I know. I'm like, I have a weird thing where I was like, hate capitalism, but I'm also like, this could be a new business idea.
This is how your brain thinks.
I know.
Yes,
I'm trained so well. I'm like, have you guys thought of like napping pods just like around the city? You just rent it for an hour.
Oh my God.
That could be cool.
I don't want to drive home just yet. I think I'll nap.
Just a napping pod. It's fine. Oh, I think it's hilarious.
Definitely.
That'd be awesome.
I have ideas. I'm great at ideas.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But
Jeez.
yeah.
I saw
Brad Williams.
I was just going to mention that.
Yeah.
So you have a picture on your Instagram
Yes.
with Brad Williams. So did you go to a show?
fans.
I did. That was 2 years ago now. Goodness. Yeah. Reese Samuels and we went on a tour to the Denver scene, and we did a couple different shows. Met a lot. Oh my gosh, they have a killer scene. Like,
That's what
Denver
we've
does.
heard.
loving it. And
Yeah,
then like
I've
Fort
heard that.
Collins, they've opened Comedy Fort, and David Rodriguez, who runs that, is phenomenal, and I'm just excited to be there. I'm gonna try to get there this summer because I can't wait.
Nice.
Because he's been to town, and he's been a part of a couple of festivals here, running with Emmett Arnold and all that jazz. But I did comedy there, and then we went and saw a show, and Brad fucking killed it. It was really fun. I got to see a couple different locals who were on that show, and
Awesome.
then I was like, it restored hope. I was like, this is what a comedy scene is.
Yeah.
And then we met him after the show, had a really good laugh.
How do you do that?
We mentioned
you just
we had,
hung out because you're a comic, so you can just.
well, there was a line, so he
okay.
had to meet us.
Yeah. okay.
Okay. You were,
I'm not gonna sound cool.
you were in the merch line.
But he did. He was like, he asked us about ourselves, and we did mention we were comedians and this and that,
Nice.
and we got a picture of that. And I was like,
Yeah.
one day we'll meet back up when we're all doing shows together. And I'm
cool.
hoping to be like, remember when we were small time nobodies and you hugged us? Fun time.
I
I try not to fangirl too hard at the moment, but like save it for the later years.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brad was awesome, and it was so cool to see. Like, he has a comedy special on the Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Degenerates, and that was really fun.
Yes.
To see.
Yeah.
Yes. We've
He
seen him.
killed. He was so fun to watch on
Yeah.
stage, and
Yeah,
that was
he's
a
funny.
huge room. I can't even imagine. Like, it feels
Amazing.
light years away from where I'm at, but that's not true. I'm just hoping, because it just, I don't know, this whole year shook everything. But
I think it's just time. Yeah, just getting back. It's just restarting now.
yeah,
So
maybe I'll hit him up with my close contacts and be like, yo,
hey.
the Egyptian Theater is going to be open here soon.
Yeah.
Let the Blue City produce you. Right, Brad Williams? You guys, Brad Williams, if you hear this, remember me? I was sweet.
Yeah.
I was in that yellow dress. So
Oh dang! I should have been on Instagram for this one. We could have tagged him.
Sheesh.
I'll tag him in the episode. Like, I mentioned you, Brad. Wink. He loves Pitbull, so do I.
I know.
He's happily married and has a
I know,
child.
and as a really cute
It's fine.
baby.
I'll move on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a cool dude, and he hasn't. You were talking about us going to Salt Lake City for that. He's going to be at Wise Guys.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's in May.
This is May. Yeah.
I'm so excited
yeah,
to see
May.
the natural habitat coming back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It is so cool.
But we have tickets to Tony Hinchcliffe
Yeah.
in July.
We get
at Wise
Bosco's on the way back
Yeah.
from Mark Normand. We're like,
Yeah, we did. We're like,
I wish
it's
we
only a
lived.
5-hour drive.
Yeah.
We can make it.
Yeah, we can
Exactly.
make it.
Honestly, if this year taught us anything, we can make it.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
So,
We have made it so far. Let's knock on some wood.
I am also paranoid.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I might be a little
I
messed
have
up
some
after this.
twitches. Yeah, seriously.
I know when I'm 80, I'm going to be screaming at somebody, put your mask on!
yeah, exactly.
Put your mask on!
Seriously, now I'm the only one in gas stations wearing masks,
Oh.
except for the
A lot of people are wearing
behind the
them, yeah.
counter. And I'm like, I
just-
don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like this is the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know if you guys want to get into that. But
Well,
yeah, I
it's
was
just-
like, I,
We can have a little mask talk.
I bring my
don't know.
mask everywhere just because honestly, like,
Seriously.
I hate that it became a political thing ever.
I know.
And then
Yeah.
I hate that it really showed how disrespectful we are towards anyone.
Yeah, to
And
like
yes.
our
any-
fellow man
like-
or woman.
Yeah.
And not understanding like the connections of like, I have a friend who cannot get vaccinated because she's, like has so many allergies and can't do it,
Yeah.
and wants to. Her husband has, everyone else has, but cannot, because that might kill her, because she just can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That being said, it's like people don't even want to wear a mask to go in. Like it was so. it kind of shook me. I was like, I thought America was a little bit more kind and caring, and
I thought so too.
I've had so many people come into my restaurant and being like, this sounds bad because you guys are from Nampa, but like they come in and they have no masks on. I was like, you guys need to have masks on. We're from Nampa.
I know. We have seen this.
I don't care if you're from Nampa.
We don't claim to be from Nampa. We live in Nampa.
But I'm like, I don't care
totally
if you're from Nampa. Like, follow the rules. Like, at least, like, And then they're like, well, then you're a communist if you follow rules. And I'm just like, where's this logic? Where's this thinking? And it just hurt me because it was like,
totally
I had so many people in my life that had health conditions, and I was like, I want to keep them safe, but I have to work. And I have to be around you, and you can make it a little less miserable for every fucking server out there. And or like gas station attendant or anybody.
I know. I couldn't. I
don't understand people who make it miserable and make somebody have to deal with that every time.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
I feel like it's that simple.
Yeah, don't be a dick is what you just go by. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, my mom's got Alzheimer's, and we had to put her in assisted living like during the pandemic, and so we're wearing masks constantly to try and not infect any of those people. And so then when I go into stores here, and it's like, am I the only one? I told Chris feels like the pandemic might be over in Nampa as far as everyone's concerned.
That's for sure.
Yeah, they're done.
And that just shakes me too, because I don't know. It's not quite done. It's not quite done, and also it may never be done.
Yeah, really.
And it's not that hard.
No.
I miss handshaking. I would have totally shook.
See, I don't miss handshaking.
Oh, okay. See, I was down for it.
I have the wettest hands.
Mine are clammy too, so I'll go like this and then shake your hand.
Okay, if you're part of the clam fam, I am totally down to smack that shit up.
I'm always slightly anxious.
Me too. I was like, I honestly, once I get famous, I'm going to start my own lube company and just note my hands into a bottle and be like, here's a piece of hay, It's gross, but that's how wet I am. I'm so sorry.
Boom.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, you can say
Take a shot
anything
of
you
your
want.
drink. Okay. It's a toaster. It's marshmallow.
It's a toasted
Exactly. You can
marshmallow.
say
Say what you want.
Yeah.
It's
I was
not
like, you
all
better
about
have looked into me
marshmallows.
better if you thought I was going to be clean on this.
Yeah, no.
I have dimples.
We
I
hoped you
look
wouldn't
sweet,
be.
but I am not.
No, we didn't want you to be.
Yeah, I was like, I hated doing well in school because it was like, oh no, you're gonna have to shake the principal's hand at the award ceremony. I better fail this class. No, I didn't do that, but
that's how
I
intense.
thought. I was like, because especially in theater productions, oh my gosh, that was embarrassing. Like, I was like in a romantic role, and they had to hold my hand, and the moment we got off stage, they'd rip their hand away and wipe it on themselves, and they'd be like, "You're disgusting." And I was like, "This is really fun. I like acting."
I know.
Jeez.
I'm like this or this a lot. Like,
Yeah,
this
you
is
are.
disgusting. I'm sorry.
I feel you. I feel
don't
you.
know what to
I'm
do
like,
about it. Like,
Yeah.
Hi. Not okay.
Yeah.
don't be super gross.
now
I'm a
there's
clammy
sweat
hand
and
comedian,
saliva.
and I prefer bumping fists. I don't ever want to go back, and at my mics, it will always be bumping
Awesome.
fists.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what Norman did. He stood outside and bumped fists.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was smart. Cool way to interact ish.
up?
It
What's
works.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't usually rub your eye with.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. We have fan questions.
We did get some submissions.
Yeah, several.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some
Yep.
fan
That
questions.
makes me
yes.
excited. What's
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Yes.
So,
Just read it.
first question says, "Hi, Hailee. I know you've been on and produced numerous shows that highlight the range, variety, and badassery of women comedians in Boise. My question is, how do you expect the white male comic to get ahead these days?"
Let me tell you, they still make up most of the scene, and if you want me to book every week, I have to use them. No, honestly, I'm really looking forward to the time where we don't have to do like Femme Fatale or Funny for a Girl or the WAP show. Like, I'm really excited to almost get past that, and I think we are almost. It's just like, because like right now we have a killer scene of comedians who happen to be women. I don't like using the word female comedian because it's like, I think comedian is comedian, and then no one says male comedian, they just say comedian. So a comedian who happens to be female or non-binary, like I definitely want to help them in their voice. That being said, some of my favorite comedians are straight white men, and I love them, and I will never hold them back. And I live with multiple ones of them. So I hope that with doing weekly shows at the Mad Swede downtown, that I'm actually offering a lot of comedians who never got the chance to headline, to have longer opportunities. Like Derek Hayden got to headline just a couple weeks ago and fucking killed.
Oh, nice.
Nate Ford was one of my first people starting off to do that, and you know he had fun. Although he's headlined before, sorry. I think I only just recently got started with that, but I want you to know I do book male
as well as female.
I was like, I don't know if it was like all white and black, but yeah, it was like we had LJ Sullivan feature.
Oh yeah, we saw him at the Crescent.
And
yeah,
I mean,
funny.
When he's ready, I'm ready to put him as a headliner, because it's like you want to push people, because if you don't push them, they don't grow as fast, and I mean, not always. Don't push them too fast.
Right.
I'm good balance.
Right.
Yeah.
I go
Don't
into
go
accents.
crazy.
Gotta balance it out. It's all life. It's all about balance.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope that answered the question. I'm a rambler. I'm so sorry.
Definitely. So we have more fan questions for you. It says, when you started the Blue City Artist, you probably had in mind to someday be one. When you started the Blue City Artist, you probably had in mind to someday be one of, if not the primary producer of comedy in Boise. With Liquid gone, do you think you are capable of bringing the same level of headliners, or honestly better ones, to Boise?
The answer is I do believe I have that chance, but I'm a little bit, real talk. I have insecurity issues, and I am 25 years old, and I'm like, do I want to run a professional theater company comedy company in the downtown of not Mad Swede, but there's a secret room I'm thinking of looking into about actually like getting my own space and doing that. That being said, that's a lot of steps, and I don't want to go the steps too fast, nor do I want to go too small and then have somebody else take over and it be kind of a shit show, you know? I think I love Boise comedy. My family is here. I want there to be a club here. I think comedy brings something very special to a town and makes people excited to do that. I started as the Blue City Artist because, it was the Blue City. And then I had the artists because I was like, I'm going to incorporate everything, because I didn't think I could just be a comedy club.
Yeah.
But now I think I could, and it's almost necessary.
Yeah.
It costs money.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of, not the word for balls, but the female version of balls. And it takes support of your community. Like if my community really wanted me to do that, then I think we could happen. But you don't want a comedy club that the community doesn't want. So I think I could get them on board, but it's a few steps away is all I'm saying.
Definitely. I mean, we need a comedy club in the area, because I remember back in the day going to the Funny Bone in Boise, and then going to Hijinks, which is where Fatty's is now. And there's now you have, like Mad Swede and Lounge at the End of the Universe, but they're not dedicated comedy clubs. I think we need one.
We need one. We do. I absolutely and utterly agree with you. I'm writing business plans as we speak. I want you to know I went to college, but it was for majoring in theater and then minoring in business, which maybe I should have flipped that. I might have should have flipped that, but we're learning. I'm reading a lot of books for dummies. It's the hope and the goal is yes. Whether or not this year is still rocky, because oh my gosh, just closures and not closures, and I think things could be different maybe in the winter, and things could be. I'm going to leave it an open-ended maybe.
Open-ended maybe. All right.
I'm so sorry.
That's totally
I don't want to promise things and not deliver.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I want you to know that is a goal.
Nice.
If somebody doesn't beat me to it. That being said, even if somebody does beat me to it, I still got a lot of stuff in my back pocket.
Nice.
And I might still do it, because there's never not a draw for comedy. And something about me is this sounds I've had a lot of people tell me, like, Hailee, your shows are fucking awesome. People show up, they come to it, they're amazing, they're supportive, inclusive, and they showcase good talent, you know?
Yeah.
I think I've got something special. And if I could have a lot of, you know, balls, I would say that to people, you know? And I'm saying it to them now.
Yes, you are. You're live on Insta.
Oh, good.
Yeah, on Instagram. Okay, next question. This is also a fan question. It's a follow-up. Does Liquid being defunct help or hurt the scene, in your opinion?
Well, honestly, I think comedian growth has skyrocketed because of its
Because of Liquid being gone?
Yeah.
Really?
It was a lot of gatekeeping, to be honest with you. You couldn't get anywhere unless somebody liked you. And let me tell you, I produce a lot of comedians I don't like. Not like or not like, but I don't have to love everything about them if I know that they have something that is worthwhile. Yeah. And also giving people chances. Like Liquid was like, don't fail or you'll never get a shot here again. So. Really? Not to bad talk the club. It was also a good club. It brought in some stuff, but it kind of got stagnant. It brought in the same acts. Even if people stopped coming to the acts and had complaints about the acts, there was a lot of, sexual abuse allegations that went out to a lot of comedians that came into Liquid, and a lot of the scene had problems with that, and I'm not going to miss that part of it.
Right.
I'm trying very hard to be conscious when I'm inviting people in to know about that stuff, because that's how we change, is we hold people accountable. That being said, it does kind of hurt that we don't have a comedy club right now. We're a little displaced. That being said, so is the whole world right now. So if we can get our shit together, it shouldn't hurt us too badly. We actually got the Liquid stage, which I was happy that Liquid donated it to the Mad Swede downtown.
Oh, really?
Oh, awesome.
We have their stage, and then they donated their chairs and tables to the lounge. So it's like, Liquid wanted us to have a good send-off, but they, had been tapped out, and we're done doing that. So
yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, last fan question. What's your favorite memory on the Liquid patio?
That's interesting. There's a lot of them because, oh my gosh, I remember, this is not my favorite, but I remember when I first started going out, I was like, I'm going to pretend to smoke so I can hang out with the
You pretended? Did it become a habit?
No, I can't breathe it. I pretended to smoke through college too. I was like,
no. You smoked it like a cigar or something? I'm cool.
You just pull it in and you hold it out.
The rest of us are trying to quit. You're faking smoking.
I know. It's funny because I walked by and my aunt saw me one time fake smoking, and she's like, "Don't do that." Because she was a big smoker in the day, and I was like, "I swear I'm fake smoking." She's like, "That's how it starts." I was like,
"That's how it starts." That's how they hook you with the fake smoking.
Yeah, probably my favorite patio. I remember starting comedy, and it was with it didn't start with Boise's Funniest Person, but it really enhanced the experience and learning. It was like talking to some of the older comedians, and they're giving you notes on your jokes, and having that collaboration of wanting people to grow in this scene. That was really rewarding to have chats on the patio. And then there was I don't know, just every time you go out there, I have funny memories. They're not my favorite, but they turn into my favorite because when I ran the Liquid Laughs comedy open mic on Wednesdays for 9 months, it was really fun, and I trained the comedians that they had to come in and sit down and watch the shows if there were no audience members, or even if there were audience members,
that's awesome.
Film in the back. So I would come in, I would make the list, and then when I start the show, I'd go out on the patio. I was like, "We're starting the show. Get in here." And they did. They didn't first off, but when I bumped people off the list, I was like, "No, you weren't here. You didn't sit in the audience. You're not going up tonight." They're like, and walked out mad, and I was like, "You support the scene, or you don't be a part of it." Nice. And they didn't like that because it was really momish, but I was like, "It's Mama Hay, and I'm gonna I don't have children of my own, so I'm going to enforce my rules upon you."
Nice.
So that was always kind of fun because I would come out and they'd be like, this bitch again.
With her fake smoking.
I'm a total fraud. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if we should say, but...
What?
Should we? The fan.
Are people leaving now?
Oh.
The fan that left the question
Oh, yeah.
is on.
Oh, is he watching right
yeah.
now? Oh, okay, so these questions were all submitted by Riley Hoy.
I love Riley Hoy.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah, we had him on.
Riley Hoy, how is a white man going to get ahead in the world? I bet you book you on stuff.
He's like, this is a jokes. Play it straight.
Yeah.
I love Riley Hoy.
Yeah, he's awesome. So, yeah.
He was episode 76.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
What?
fun over Zoom.
Very cool.
Awesome.
He's a cool dude. He will be booked once he moves back to Boise.
Yes. Riley.
Yeah.
I don't know how to
So-
stop this. Uh-oh. All right, I got it.
Sweet. When did you start comedy?
I started that about 5 years ago, and well, give or take. I was introduced to it probably like 7 years ago, but I didn't really like start it until 5 years ago in college. I watched a documentary about female comedians who are women, and it was called "Funny for a Girl." Yeah, it was what it's called. And that really inspired me because I was my junior year of college at that time, and I was a big theater major, performing in all the plays. But then there was like a lot of plays that are like, this is not the strongest character I want to play, and I hate playing these weak women characters all the time, you know. And I was like, the plays need to catch up with the time. So and I was also an improv student, but I watched this documentary. I was like, stand up? Oh. Yeah, I've done a little bit of stand-up, and then I like really got into it, and I was like, I'm gonna try to write a stand-up. And for my first stand-up show, I did it at college, and I got some of the comedian like Kat Lazarga today. I don't know if you know her. She's an awesome female comedian. Yeah, she started with me at the College of Idaho, but I started this show called Funny for a Girl. It was based off this documentary about that, and we got our whole campus to come watch it. We packed out this room. It was like decent amount of people, like 60 in this small room packed in, and we each did like 10 to 15 minutes of stand-up for our first time.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And I still have a video set of that, or a video thing of that set, and it's not bad. Like, it was honestly like
not
fire
bad,
for my first time. Like,
wow.
I think I was just like ready, and I wrote so much for that thing. Like, I knew when laughs and timing, and I knew how to hold it because I'd done theater where you're like, this is a funny line, hold for laughs. Now this is a funny line. So I had the timing down, and I fucking nailed it, and I felt really proud. And then I got into stand-up that summer and did it all through my senior year of college, and that probably destroyed my last year of college, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah.
I was like trying to be in Boise while in Caldwell, and just not making it.
And were you like, what I hear, like once you find it, it's like you're all in. You're just like,
it happened. And I mean, I've done a few plays since and during, but like I can still do comedy anytime. And that's such a relief, like, because not getting cast in a play can really mess a person up. You're like, well, I have nothing to do for a couple months. And unless you're in like a big town, New York, but then you just get canceled after cancel after cancel of not being accepted. I'm like, I want to do the art form. I do not care about the fame, you know, like I want to do, I love performing on stage. Like my freaking face, like let me give you expressions, you know, like I love it, you know, and I started producing because I love it, and I love writing, and I love being a part of that. But yeah, doing the stand-up in college and having that go well. And then I met a lovely man, Ron Torres, who does, he travels around a lot now, but he did improv in Boise, Idaho at the time, and he introduced me to Sophie Hughes and Lady Business, and that's how we kind of got connected. And
nice.
Just ever going after it since.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And you have to keep pushing.
Oh yeah, if you don't, I mean, like, so many success stories don't happen overnight. And you're like, I worked on this for 10 plus years, you know.
I was just listening to something on that overnight success. Yeah, I have 9 years into it. Yeah, it's exactly like, in podcasts too. It's like people that we think are like, oh my God, they're huge. They've been doing that for 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, you just have to
same
plug
thing.
away.
You just got to hit it.
Seriously,
Even when you
and just
think
keep motivated.
no one's listening, you got to just
same with comedy. Honestly, do they hear me?
Yeah.
It's like you go up every night and you're like, I'm going to try to make this audience laugh.
Yeah.
And learn from this experience every time. And it's different every time. And I love that about that. But also, it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah. So the jokes hit and miss.
Depending
on the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Do you have like a joke writing process?
I should.
But do you see things like in your surroundings? Is that where you get it?
Yeah, I see things in my surroundings or interactions with people that I find hilarious, and then I write it down, and then I'm like, that's very fatty. Cut it, Like, find the important lines,
take out the fat.
What can you say in 4 words or less,
Wow.
And then if you get something that tight, it feels almost impossible to fail when you go on stage because you're like, joke.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't do as many storytelling because sometimes they don't pay off and you're like, wow. I just spent 10 minutes on that story.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, unless you have you should have jokes.
That's
true.
But we've heard some specials where it's like a whole long story and it's kind of funny throughout, but no big anything at the end, and you're like, oh, huh.
Yeah, you watch. A really more, I guess, a seasoned comedian. They can tell a story and just have tags throughout.
and just kill it.
And
then other ones are
big punchline at the end.
I don't know how they do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't write, so I'll never be able to do that. So.
Okay, yeah. Producing has been interesting because it's it definitely splits my brain in half of producing and performing. Mm-hmm. And I stress a lot about producing and what's next and how to get people there. And
yeah.
And that being said, I also have a full-time job where I'm trying to pay rent,
Yeah. Exactly.
And the producing is getting better, but year of pandemic, not so great.
Yeah.
But then I sometimes don't write as much because I'm so busy and stressed, and I'm working on making just a very particular time every day to just sit down and write because
I think it's cathartic too, right?
It is.
To get it out.
Yeah, and I think you just judge yourself before you do it, and you're like, oh, and it falls out. You're like, see, I was funny, and they're like, see, I don't know why I worried,
Yeah.
But it's such a fun experience to be a comedian and be like,
So, are you broken? Because a lot of comedians that we hear about are there's some fucked up broken part. There's part of you broken, other than the last year. Were you broken before?
I mean, we all have our challenges.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to go to counseling for those things. I don't think anything too
Are you trying better health?
Better help.
Yeah, it's not a sponsor. I wish it was.
Better.
I do need to do that, but I looked into that during the pandemic. I was like, I'm fucked. I have to get help. I mean, everyone has some hard things. I wouldn't say I'm super, super broken. I actually, honestly, before the pandemic, I was I'm trying to be as healthy as I can and tell awesome jokes. And I honestly maybe am a broken comedian where I'm do better when I'm healthier, is what I mean.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
An opposite comedian, maybe not broken. The opposite of broken. Fixed.
Yeah, because some of them are I can only do this because my childhood was screwed and
it's not that I have my sad days and I deal with daily depression and anxiety and I just don't want to fixate on that because when you do, I met a lot of comedians, seen a lot of comedians like Hannah Gadsby where she's if you keep...
I just thought of when you...
if you keep reiterating the jokes of you being broken, that's how you stay. And maybe do a couple of those jokes and then move on to here's the joke, but how I got out of it. It's very helpful. And
I think so.
I think people try to romanticize being broken.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people like Van Gogh actually did his best work because he got on antidepressants. That's what,
Yeah.
Cut the ear off.
Quoting Hannah Gadsby.
Yeah.
Honestly, we were just talking about Joe List on Tuesdays with Stories, the podcast. He always talks about, I hate myself, I'm going to kill myself. He says it so frequently that you actually end up
feeling it,
not rooting for him anymore, being it's bad, dude.
I was in college my last year, my senior year, I was hanging out with a lot of comedians who said that, and so I just adapted the habit. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
I'm
fucking gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
And then I had one of my friends report me to a counselor at College of Idaho, and I couldn't graduate until I'd done 4 therapy sessions.
Oh.
I was like, okay, I guess I have to stop saying I'm going to kill myself because it's not hitting right with the audience.
Guess it's not funny anymore.
Yeah. So, you gotta adjust, and I try not to say that.
Yeah, I feel like it changed how we felt about him, kind of. Even though I'm sure he's a super nice guy and everything, you kind of were like, oh, yeah, things are kind of sad for you,
Yeah.
Not as funny, kind of sad then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And it's a thing, well, for me, because I work in psych, and so,
when people say they're going to kill themselves, Chris is like calling 911.
Yeah, I have to,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing.
All right, who are your favorite comedians?
I love Tig Notaro.
Oh, me too. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
She's so good. I love how real she can be and just be like, dead face.
Yes.
I tried being like her with the straight face, and turns out they didn't like it as much. So
oh, really?
Yeah.
They like the dimples.
They do, but if I say something dark with the dimples and I just give them a smile, it works about the same as the dead face.
Oh, really?
If you just keep this and you say dark stuff, you're like, they're like,
like, what the fuck?
so, just the constant smile. Beth Stelling is really fun. I love watching her stuff.
I don't know her.
Beth Stelling? No, I don't know her.
She's, kind of a newer one coming up.
Cool. Stelling
with
okay.
an E. Beth Stelling. I think she has a podcast called We Called Your Mom.
Oh, dang.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
I really like a couple of different ladies who are on the Self-Helpless podcast. Kelsey Cook and Taylor Tomlinson.
Taylor's
like my
hilarious.
age, and she's awesome and killing it. I was like, I could be like
Quarter-Life
her.
Crisis.
She is
that
so
was
funny.
Fucking hilarious.
And she's living with Sam Morril, I think. Yeah, I think they're a thing.
I think you told me that. Yeah.
I'm into the podcast.
Yeah, she does.
And then
talk
Kelsey,
about him like she knows.
I actually do. It's gross.
Those are like a team of awesome ladies. Like it's Taylor Tomlinson, Kelsey Cook, and Delaney Fisher, who I admire for a business standpoint. Like she's phenomenal,
killing it. Yeah.
I try to look at representation it matters, because you look up to people and you're like, oh, she's doing it, I can do it.
Exactly. Yeah. There's nothing holding you back.
Mm-hmm. That being said, Riley Hoy, for male comedians, I like.
For comedians with penises.
He totally wrote, stay straight face. This is a joke. Yeah, here's the serious part.
That's funny.
That's
hilarious.
Should we wrap it up soonly, or?
First, before we go, you said your favorite comedians. Are they also your biggest influences, or do you have other influences?
Yeah, probably that Self-Helpless podcast. I started listening to it because I want to become better, and this is hilarious.
Yeah.
And that really did help, and I felt connected, and I was like, look at these ladies killing it and supporting and people, and then reiterating. Ooh, that's a hard word.
Reiterating?
Thank you.
Dang, I can't believe I got it.
My fears and being like, they're not fake, they're legit, and go for it and still chase after your dreams. And so those would probably be some good influences on stuffs.
Mine was Guys We Fucked. I was like, those are powerful women. They're talking about guys. That podcast.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, they are strong. I love strong women.
I just kind of got in the podcast game.
That.
I'm behind because I'm afraid of technology, which is a mistake.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Mistake to be.
I know.
I learned all this
I think
from
it's going to
YouTube.
stay.
Oh, good.
I don't think it's a scam or a fly-by-night thing.
Yeah, not like the internet.
I think the cell phone's going to be here. Internet's here to stay.
You think it's going to stick around?
Took me
now?
20 years, but I'm on board.
All right.
Thank you
let's get
so
out
much.
of here. Yes,
Is there anything you want to plug, or?
Yeah, what's coming up?
Just make sure to check out that Idaho Comedy Festival, May 20th through the 22nd. All that information is at Lounge at the End of the Universe.
We will be there.
IdahoComedyFestival.com. Blue City, follow the Blue City on Facebook and Blue City Comedy on Facebook and Instagram. Mm-hmm. And then if you want to follow me personally, it's at H. Lenhart-Wees, long name, amazing results. Just kidding, that's my new slogan.
We should adopt that. Toasted Marshmallow Adventures.
Yeah.
Come on.
Our name is really long. Anyways, go ahead.
That's pretty much it. yeah, I'm going to be performing on the comedy festival, and then
Yay!
yeah, I'm
What
excited.
day?
They haven't quite told us
they
all yet, but I
Okay.
think all 3 of those days I'll be performing at least
Nice.
once. So
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We can't wait.
Yeah, we're ready.
We
to
need
go to that.
comedy
Yeah.
in Boise.
excited.
Fuck yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
coming
you really happy
and
to
being
have
our
you.
first studio guest in this
Oh,
studio in the
problem.
room. Yeah. Everyone else has been in the living room. So it's awesome. Yeah.
Or Zoom. Yeah.
Or Zoom. Yeah. We just started doing Zoom.
I'm excited.
So-
This is a cool spot. So
Oh, thank
Yay.
you. Thank you for being a guest tonight. Thank you for coming to Nampa.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. I'm signing out.
I'm signing off.
I'm Chris Adams.
I'm Wendy Mosher. Hashtag get toasted.
Stay toasted.
Yay.
Awesome.
We didn't use our bullshit button.